Graduates, families, faculty, and friends, good afternoon. I'm David Ferguson, Dean of the Estopinal College of Architecture and Planning. Welcome to our spring commencement ceremony. This is a day of joy, and we're happy to see you all here. We're here to recognize the scholarship of our graduates and to mark this day as their college commencement. We also acknowledge their new credentials in their own disciplines. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Sarah Gordon to welcome you for today. She will be receiving a Master's of Landscape Architecture.
Good afternoon and welcome to families, friends, faculty, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. We thank you for being here today to celebrate this incredible moment. My name is Sarah Gordon, and I'm truly honored to present the welcome remarks for today's ceremony. It's surreal to be standing here at the start of a ceremony that marks the end of such a transformative chapter for all of us. Whether you arrived at Ball State as a freshman knowing exactly what you wanted to study, you found your passion along the way, or you returned to grad school to pursue something new, we've all made it to this day together. Within CAP, we come from many different programs: architecture, landscape architecture, urban planning, interior design, historic preservation, and construction management. But no matter the path, we've shared in uniquely intense, deeply creative, and sometimes mildly chaotic experience. And let's be honest, how many of us have lived off caffeine and blind optimism for at least one final review? I know I have. But at CAP, we've learned how to speak a new language, one of plans, scales, estimates, renderings, and endless pinups. We've learned to explain complex ideas with drawings and models, and to stand in front of our professors with zero sleep and say, yes, this was intentional. We learned to collaborate, to critique, and to constantly push the boundaries of what design can do. And through it all, we were building something bigger than our projects. We were building relationships, resilience, and perseverance. Late-night studio sessions and design build competitions turned classmates into friends. Group critiques taught us to advocate for our ideas, and every deadline somehow made us stronger. And I want to take a moment to acknowledge the incredible graduate cohort I've had the privilege to be a part of for the past 3 years. There are 5 of us: Shahrazad, Marius, Sadat, Andy, and myself. And we come from different corners of the world, from Shiraz in Iran, Kigali in Rwanda, Hyderabad in India, and Detroit and Indianapolis in the United States. We brought different cultures, languages, and experiences into our studio, and together we created a learning environment that was richer, more vibrant, and more compassionate because of that. I am deeply grateful for this opportunity to have learned alongside such a globally diverse group. It expanded my perspective in ways that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. So to my graduate cohort, each of you has challenged and inspired me in so many different ways, and being on this journey with you has been one of the most meaningful parts of my time at Ball State. I'm just so thankful our paths crossed, and I'm proud to step into this profession alongside such thoughtful, driven, and talented future landscape architects. But like many of you, our time in college wasn't always easy. None of us fully knew what we were signing up for in those early days. There were moments of doubt, exhaustion, burnout, and constant second-guessing. But what helped us get through wasn't just hard work. It was the way we showed up for each other. Over the past 3 years, we learned how to navigate challenges together, how to share the weight when things got overwhelming, and how to move forward as a team. We supported each other through late nights and tough critiques. We celebrated every win, big and small, shared countless jokes, and reminded each other why this work matters. The College of Architecture and Planning is more than a couple of buildings with plotters, labs, and studio desks. It's a community. And while I'm incredibly proud to be part of my own graduate cohort, I know that sense of connection, collaboration, and growth has been felt across all of our programs. So today, we celebrate not just what we've accomplished as individuals, but how we've learned to think, create, and problem solve together. Collaboration may be one of the most valuable skills we've gained, learning to listen well, work across disciplines, and build on each other's strengths. The world we're entering needs exactly that, teams of people who can dream boldly, design thoughtfully, and act collectively. Whether we're designing landscapes, shaping cities, preserving histories, or building futures, we as CAP graduates know how to work together to make meaningful change. So to the faculty and staff across CAP, thank you so much for your guidance, your patience, and for sharing your wisdom. You pushed us to grow not just as designers, project strategists, and planners, but as critical thinkers and compassionate professionals. We will carry your lessons with us always. And to our families and friends who are here with us today, thank you so much for your support, your sacrifices, and your unwavering belief in us, even when we weren't sure we'd make it through. We couldn't have done this without you, and today is as much your celebration as it is ours. So with that, I'd like to say congratulations, class of 2025, and welcome to the College of Architecture and Planning graduation ceremony.
Thank you, Sarah. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the other members of our platform party. I ask them to rise as their names are called and remain standing. Please hold applause until they all rise. Olin Dotson, Chair of the Department of Architecture. Yeah, I know, there are fans out there, I get it. James Jones, Chair of the Department of Construction Management and Interior Design. Joe Blaylock, Chair of the Department of Landscape Architecture. John West, Chair of the Department of Urban Planning. Craig Hartman, Senior Consulting Design Partner at Skidmore, Owings & Merrill. Jeffrey Mearns, President of Ball State University. Andrea Schwartz, Associate Dean for the College of Architecture and Planning. Sarah Gordon, who will be receiving her Master's of Landscape Architecture degree. Wiley Woodruff, receiving her Bachelor of Architecture degree. Lily Bushy, receiving her Bachelor of Science degree. Reese Manning, receiving his Bachelor of Science in Construction Management degree. Jake Newland, receiving his Bachelor of Landscape Architecture degree. And Hannah Shiranen, who will be receiving her Bachelor of Urban Planning and Development degree. You may be seated. There are others who are assisting with today's ceremony that I would like to recognize at this time. I ask them to please stand. The bearer of our college banner is selected on the basis of the highest scholastic grade point average, or GPA. This year we had 2 students who have achieved perfect 4.0 GPAs during their undergraduate programs. I'd like to recognize them both, Zachary Gullion and Laura Putman. Please stand. Zachary is graduating with a Bachelor of Urban Planning and Development degree. Laura is graduating with a Bachelor of Architecture degree. Thank you and congratulations to both of you. I also want to recognize today's faculty marshal, Associate Professor of Construction Management, Sharif Atala. Sharif, please stand. Thank you for serving in our ceremony today. You may be seated. Now it's my honor to call on a very important group of individuals whose vocation as teachers and scholars, together with their dedication to our students, has been the vehicle through which our graduates have made it here today. I'm going to ask our faculty to please stand as I call their names and remain standing to be recognized at the end. And please hold applause till the end. Reza Ahmadi, Sarah Alfaro, Sharif Atala, Kristen Berry, Courtney Bell, Gary Burke, Joe Blaylock, Tamer Breaker, Tom Collins, Josh Kagashal, Lauren Deeg, Emil Dixon, Olin Dotson, Adriana Elzer, Dorna Eshrati, Mohsen Gudarzi, J.P. Hall, Cynthia Hunter, James Jones, Shireen Ganakri, Sarah Keogh, Zahida Khan, Paul McGinty, Chris Marlowe, Aesop McNair, Jeremy Merrill, Mohammed Metwali, Taylor Metz, Zachariah Michaeli, Cheryl Montgomery, Michelle Muniar, Russ Ritchie, Jake Son, Jonathan Spodek, Andrea Swartz, Rod Underwood, and I have to stop here and acknowledge that Rod has announced his retirement after 53 years of teaching at CAP. But he promises to be back next year teaching as an adjunct, so you'll see him again. Kathy Unland, Jennifer Warner, John West, April Westcott, Doug Wilson, Natalie Yates, and Sang-Lim Yu. Class of 2025, this is your faculty. Please be seated. Also assisting with our ceremony today are our junior marshals. Please stand when I call your name. Axel Iwanu, a sophomore majoring in landscape architecture. Ella Fulmer, a senior majoring in architecture. Eric Horn, a junior majoring in architecture. Sierra Ivy, a senior majoring in architecture. Madison Parker, a senior majoring in architecture. Karen Pineda Tejeta, a senior majoring in architecture. Claire Reploga, a junior majoring in architecture. And thank you for your assistance today, and you may be seated. So it's now my great pleasure to introduce our very special keynote speaker today. The Estopinal College of Architecture and Planning, or CAP as we are known, will be 60 years old this year. As we look back on our alumni base that numbers close to 7,000, some remarkable accomplishments are in view. In addition to the thousands of architects, urban planners, landscape architects, construction managers, historic preservationists, interior designers who have literally changed the shape of Indiana and are influencing communities in all 50 states and in 23 countries, we're also seeing the emergence of national and international leadership that will drive the future. We count among our CAP grads people like Damon Hewlin, who is CEO of Meticulous Design and Architecture, a global firm with 7 locations and one of the largest minority-owned architecture firms in the Midwest. Or Lindsay Peckinpah, a Muncie native and CAP grad who was recently promoted as president of Perkins & Will, with 32 offices worldwide, the second largest architecture firm in the world. And then there's Len Forkas, a CAP landscape architecture alumnus who right now is scaling Mount Everest to raise awareness for the nonprofit he started, HopeCam, which helps kids with cancer. And there are so many others. But my point is, leaders from CAP are changing the world, and today's commencement speaker is one of the finest representatives of that group. He is Senior Consulting Design Partner and an acclaimed architect for Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill. Elected to the American Institute of Architecture's College of Fellows in 1995, he's also a Senior Fellow in the Design Futures Council. In 2001, he became the youngest recipient of the Maybeck Award, an award granted periodically by the California AIA for lifetime achievement in architectural design. In 2008, Pope Benedict honored him with a Service to Society knighthood. Some of us didn't know that could happen, but he was knighted for his design of the Cathedral of Christ the Light. His San Francisco Bay Area work has been recognized for its focus on design excellence and the environment. Greenbelt Alliance honored him as the 2024 Resilience Rock Star for his overall work in environmental sustainability, and he holds 2 U.S. patents for environmentally sustainable systems. His work has received over 240 design awards for design and innovation. These include 11 national AIA honor awards for architecture, interior design, and urban design. He received honorary Doctorate of Art degrees from Ball State University and DePaul University, and was the 2016 Architect in Residence at the American Academy in Rome. His international design work ranges from entire urban districts to singular works of landmark architecture. His architecture is particularly noted for its nuanced consideration of the relationships between material, structure, form, and natural light. His notable U.S. design work includes the Cathedral of Christ the Light in Oakland, the San Francisco International Airport Terminal, Harvard University's Northwest Science Building, UCLA's Geffen Hall at the School of Medicine, and Rice University's O'Connor Engineering and Science Building. In addition to his practice, he's strongly interested in architectural education. He has taught, lectured, and juried work in multiple architecture programs in the United States, in Europe, in South America, and in Asia. Sharing his strong sense of design everywhere he goes, the sense of design for clear vision of elevating the human experience through architecture. And especially important to us, he has taught an interdisciplinary design studio here at CAP, and he recently served as the inaugural Dean's Innovation Fellow at CAP. Last night, President Mearns bestowed on him the President's Medal of Distinction, one of the university's highest awards, recognizing individuals who have made significant and unselfish contributions to the university, community, state, or nation. It is now my great pleasure to welcome my friend and our commencement speaker, Craig Hartman, to the podium.
Well, thank you, Dean Ferguson. That was just a very generous introduction. And what a remarkable university and College of Architecture this is. It is literally better every time I come back. It's wonderful to see this place so well recognized and so well respected in the world. I am deeply honored to have this opportunity to share this time today with you all here, this great new class of interdisciplinary architects who will be building our future built environment. But most importantly, congratulations, graduates. Put your hand. What a great achievement. You've been through global pandemics. You have mastered, I think you've mastered, a very rigorous curriculum, a rigorous time here in this university and this school. But none of us, including myself, arrived here on our own. You've worked very hard, but today is also a testament to the support and inspiration of loved ones, family, friends, and mentors. And congratulations are due not only to graduates, but everyone in this hall, including those here at the podium with me this afternoon. The administration, the faculty, and staff have invested their heart and their expertise into preparing you for the next chapter of your lives. So if you indulge me, one last time, a round of applause for all of your supporters and for this great faculty. They are the embodiment of beneficence, so thank you from all of us. Dean Ferguson asked me to share a few reflections from the vantage point of a 50-year, it pains me to say 50 years, but 50-year career in architecture and multidisciplinary design. Well, it's a career that began just 2 weeks after I graduated from this college and reported to work in Chicago. Now, you may wonder what a 1973 Ball State CAP graduate could possibly offer that's meaningful to the class of 2025, especially one from the sticks of northeastern rural Indiana, whose education culminated with a senior class of 40 in a tiny rural high school. It's unthinkable today, but that school was so small we didn't have the money or the manpower to field a football team. Unthinkable in Indiana. But it also meant that everyone participated in everything. Music, art, drama, athletics, science, Latin, you name it. Talent, well, variable. But it was a time of confidence building in participating in these events and these disciplines. So while these beginnings may seem modest, they were remarkable for the freedom, the creativity, and confidence they fostered. However, it was my 5 years here at CAP that opened the door to a lifetime of learning, experimentation, growth, and incredible opportunity, unexpected opportunity. Ball State enabled me to have a career that spanned, as Dean Ferguson noted, the design of a spectrum of urban towers, international airports, embassies, libraries, courthouses, museums, cathedrals, university campuses, and entire urban districts. Makes me tired to even say that. But that work brought me together with heads of state, cultural institutions, and the presidents and deans of major universities around the world. Among them are Harvard, Rice University, the University of California, Stanford, and of course, Ball State University. So over my career, I've had the privilege of hiring and cultivating top graduates from those universities and others worldwide. And among them, CAP graduates have consistently stood out for their talent, their preparedness, work ethic, the spirit of generosity and kindness. As Sarah noted, those are all ingredients that make for great collaborators, which is an important, very, very important part of what you'll encounter in your profession. In addition to myself, there are now 2 full partners at my firm from Ball State, so you've been well prepared. Now, since my commencement, the world and our profession, of course, have changed radically in ways we never could have imagined. Yet the fundamentals of what we were taught remain relevant today. Like you, we were taught design and professional skills, as well as the ethical responsibility to align our work with the public good. By emphasizing multidisciplinary design fundamentals that are free from silos and boundaries, CAP gave us the tools and the confidence to shape cities in harmony with the natural world. These fundamentals continue to anchor CAP's Enlighten program today. And if you have excelled here, I can assure you that you will excel anywhere. And your talents are urgently, urgently needed. By 2050, when you are in the midst of your careers, the global population in the world will reach 9.8 billion people. That's an increase of 1.6 billion over today. That's 25 years from now. In the US alone, we will add the equivalent of 15 cities the size of Chicago. So you have your work cut out for it. This growth will intensify the challenges we already face, especially climate change and the housing crisis. These are daunting issues, but solutions are embedded in the disciplines that are taught here at CAP. Solving them requires holistic, interdisciplinary design thinking, bringing together architects, urban planners, landscape architects, construction managers, historic preservationists, and interior designers. Sounds familiar? I think that the talent in this room resides here to address those issues collectively, not independently, but collectively. Of these 2 issues, climate change will define humanity's long-term prospects. Once again, your talents are desperately needed because nearly half of global carbon emissions arise from our built environment and our transportation systems. In short, it matters profoundly how we design our buildings, where we place them, and how we move between them. And, like climate change, addressing the housing crisis requires similar solutions. Compact, livable, socially connected neighborhoods and creating shelter that upholds human dignity. We need more affordable housing, but we do not need more endless sprawl, more freeways, or further consumption of natural lands. These 2 challenges, climate change and the housing crisis, can be solved with a single ethos, a single design ethos, which includes 4 principles. First, design compact, walkable towns and cities where architecture, landscape, transportation, and natural ecologies are inseparably connected. Second, find innovative means of design and construction that favor renewable materials and renewable energy while minimizing carbon and consumption. We must move from a culture of consumption to a culture of cultivation. Third, preserve and renew rather than destroy and rebuild. Neither cultural history nor the Earth's finite resources can afford continued destruction of the old in favor of the new. We must find ways to preserve, adapt, and reuse rather than demolish. And finally, pursue beauty. In everything you do, we must create architecture in urban places that delight the soul. It's not difficult to erect buildings that stand for generations. The true challenge lies in creating places that are beloved by their communities, places that inspire care, pride, and renewal. And this is sustainability at the very highest level. So as I close, I want to emphasize again, your graduation today proves that you can thrive anywhere. I've lived it and I've seen it in others. You should step forward with confidence, knowing that you have a strong foundation in the skills, the critical thinking, and ethics needed to serve you in a rapidly changing world. Maintain that confidence, but pair it with careful listening, keen observation, and curiosity. Seek out and cultivate mentors. Don't wait for them to come to you. Look for them and ask their advice and be welcome to their world. Find ways to travel and explore. Experience, off the screen, experience cities, architecture, landscapes, and wilderness firsthand. You will find a world that is rich with culture, with innovation, and with kindness. And as you consider your opportunities, choose work that you love. Because if you love what you do, you will do it well, and a rewarding life will follow. And be open to serendipity. Luck plays a role in all of our lives. Many encounter luck without ever recognizing it. You must be alert, observant, and willing to say yes to opportunities that arise. So today, with your CAP education and this degree, you are already on the path to good fortune. With your talent and a foundation of honest, hard work, it will be difficult for good luck to miss you. There will, of course, be obstacles. I've had plenty. But these are learning experiences, and I can assure you that with the training you've received here, no obstacle will be insurmountable. You've chosen one of the most rewarding, creative, and impactful fields of human endeavor. I hope you'll use your skills, your talents, and your gifts with humility, with generosity, and with joy. I have an extraordinary optimism for your future, and because of that, great optimism for the future of America and the world. So congratulations, good luck, and my very best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig. I know our graduates are ready to make their impact, and the takeaways you've shared will help them to remember to make the most of those opportunities. So the graduating class of 2025 would like to present our speaker, Craig Hartman, with their class gift. Craig, would you mind joining me again at the podium? Our graduates appreciate your presence and the insights you've shared today. As a token of gratitude, each graduate has signed a sketched print of the Ball State University campus, presented in thanks for your participation in this ceremony. Presenting the class gift are Riley Woodruff and Lily Bushy. Craig, thanks for joining us.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much. This is very meaningful to me.
For 31 years, the college has held a graphic design competition among the graduating students for the design to be used on our graduation stoles, which each graduate and faculty member are wearing today. This tradition is woven into the tapestry that creates part of our college history. The student whose design was selected by the class is Matthew Coffey. Matthew is graduating with a Bachelor of Architecture degree. Matthew, would you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Another longstanding tradition is for each department to choose a student to speak on their behalf. Representing the Department of Architecture this year for degrees of Bachelor of Architecture and Bachelor of Science, I would like to first invite Riley Woodruff to come forward.
Wow, hello class of 2025, and good afternoon faculty, friends, and family, and everyone else who supported us with snacks, coffee, or encouragement during our late nights. It feels truly surreal to be standing here today. This is our moment. Looking back, it's hard to believe it's been over 5 years since my parents dropped me off at my dorm the first day of preseason, helped me unpack, and handed me a small gift bag before leaving. Wow, I was suddenly on my own for the very first time. There was so much change happening all at once, it felt as though there was nothing not to worry about. How would I get through 5 years of grueling classes? How would I make new friends? How would I thrive in this unfamiliar environment? All these questions circled endlessly in my mind, and honestly, they parallel a lot of the same worries that I am, and I'm sure many of you are, feeling today about our future after graduation. When I opened that gift bag, inside was a small stuffed elephant and a note. On the note, my mom had written down a phrase that she used to tell me all the time to ease my worries, one that my grandfather had frequently told her while she was growing up. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Okay, that might sound strange at a graduation, and no, we're not actually out here eating elephants, but that's exactly how we've made it through. Honestly, there's no better metaphor to describe what it's taken to get here today. Architecture school is one giant elephant, and we faced it step by step, project by project, and critique by critique. Today, we're celebrating the fact that we did it. We faced what felt impossible, and we proved something really powerful. We can do hard things. The past 5 years were never just about designing. It was a million bites rolled into one extraordinary, unforgettable experience. It was about resilience, surviving all-nighters, learning from our failures, and trying, and I mean really, really trying, to explain our projects to our friends and family. Looking back, it was caffeine-fueled critiques. It was talking to our new friends first year through plastic screens in studio. It was spending the day in Columbus, Indiana, instead of a week in Toronto during our first field trip week, thank you, COVID, and long days of walking Chicago or Philly or Vegas whenever we were finally able to go on field trips. It was watching our best model fall apart 5 minutes before a review, and peers wiping your tears after the worst review imaginable. It was questioning if we were cut out for this and still choosing to come back the next day. One bite at a time, one diagram, one revision, one terrifying jury presentation at a time. We've taken on so many impossible tasks in this program, and we've proved that with patience, creativity, and a whole lot of tape, we could handle every single one. That's what these past years were really about, learning how to break big challenges down into small, intentional steps and keep going no matter what. Now we're stepping into a world that is hungry for creative problem solvers, people who care, people who can think critically, and people who can design with a purpose. Yes, the real world will throw more hard things at us, but I believe we're ready. We've been trained to take complexity and turn it into clarity. We've learned how to listen deeply, imagine boldly, and act with integrity. Whatever challenge comes next, new jobs, new cities, new starts, we'll face it the same way we faced our time at CAP, one bite at a time. We don't need to have all the answers right now. We just need to keep showing up, keep learning, and keep believing in the future we're building. Of course, none of us got here alone. To our professors, thank you for challenging us, pushing us, and reminding us that design is never just about aesthetics, it's about meaning and impact. To our families and friends, thank you for loving us through all the all-nighters, the stress, the sleep-deprived rants about floor plans, sections, and our Rhino files crashing. And to our studio family, thank you for the laughter, the collaboration, the shared Spotify playlists, and the quiet understanding that only our fellow CAP students can truly offer. We owe so much to the people who believed in us, even whenever we doubted ourselves and our elephants looked a little too big. Today, we're not just walking away with degrees, we're leaving with a mindset, a belief in our ability to face uncertainty with creativity, to meet complexity with courage, and to approach every new challenge, no matter how massive, with that same steady resolve, one bite at a time. We've already done hard things, really, really hard things, and we'll keep doing them, not just because we know how, but because we've learned to trust the process and trust our instincts. So, as we go out into the world, as designers, collaborators, change makers, let's carry that with us. Let's design intentionally, let's listen carefully, let's lead with compassion. And when that next elephant appears, wherever life takes us, we'll smile and take the first bite. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2025. Now I'm pleased to welcome to the podium Lily Bushy.
Good afternoon, everyone. Faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. To this day, I can still remember exactly where I was when I found out I was admitted into the architecture program, standing in the middle of a Costco. From the moment I stepped into the CAP building, I've been faced with the question, what is architecture? A question I'm still not sure I can answer without a precedent study, 5 diagrams, and a minor existential crisis. But just like with every project, I'll try my best. Architecture shapes the world we live in. It can invoke moments of awe. It can make you feel nostalgic, cozy, inspired, and sometimes, thanks to some questionable design choices, a little worried. Roughly every building you've stepped foot in or structure you see has had a team of designers behind it. Architecture is the breathtaking skyscraper from New York that you see in magazines, or the creatively designed park bench that you pass by on your morning walk. It ranges from the Bing and Ping roller coaster project from first year to the extraordinary thesis projects that were completed mere weeks ago. And after all this time, I think we can agree that architecture is a lot more than just walls and windows. Architecture is not just a major, it's a lifestyle, and it's not for the faint of heart. It's a full-time job with overtime. It's missing birthday parties, state championships, and nights out with friends to ensure that your project turns out just right. It's all-nighters, misspellings, failed print jobs, and tough critiques. But architecture is also field trip week, exploring exciting destinations and viewing structures that you never knew could be constructed. It's decorating the studio for Halloween and Christmas with makeshift cardboard creations. It's a journey and a process that helps you grow in ways you didn't know were possible. It's revision after revision to create something incredible that has a little bit of your soul left in it. It's painting the CAP sign, late night laughs, and running to see who won the CAP Cup. It's successes and celebrations after a job well done, endless memories, and a community that will never be able to be replaced. But we need to admit that none of these successes would be possible without our amazing faculty members that have always pushed us to be our best, and our friends and family that have supported us along the way. So to our professors and loved ones, thank you. Thank you for always believing in us, for your patience, encouragement, and understanding, for being our cheerleaders when we can barely keep our eyes open, bringing extra goodies to studio to boost morale, and listening to our endless architecture stories. So, as Ball State has left me with the remaining question of, what is architecture? I believe that the definition of architecture has countless possibilities. It's a degree in problem solving, design, and innovation. It teaches us how to creatively balance functionality, aesthetics, systems, and so many more real-world applications that will allow us to excel in a multitude of different career pathways. So, whether you want to become the next starchitect, video game designer, fabricator, carpenter, developer, or professor, with our educational foundation, endless possibilities await. Never let anyone underestimate the dedication it took to get to this moment. The next chapter of our lives is just beginning, and I can't wait to see what you all will do next. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Next up, I'd like to introduce Reese Manning.
Good afternoon, everyone. Graduates, friends, family, and faculty. Today we celebrate not just a degree, but the foundation we have built so far. As CAP graduates, we understand better than most that progress is not instant. It takes careful planning, resilience, and teamwork. Longtime Green Bay Packers head coach Vince Lombardi once said, "Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence." Whether you had heard this quote or not, I believe the message it carries is what has led us all here today. On day one, we arrived on campus as wide-eyed green freshmen, and it was exciting, yet terrifying. We all had some extravagant plan on how perfect college will be, and quickly came to realize just how wrong we were. Whether it was the first test we failed or a project that didn't come out exactly as we imagined. We accepted the challenges and chose to keep chasing perfection, or getting as close as we can. We learned how to roll with the punches, learn from our mistakes, and put ourselves in uncomfortable situations, even if it made us look stupid in the beginning. I remember at the end of my freshman year, one of the juniors on the swim team, Jack Wolfred, dragged me to an introduction meeting for the Mechanical Contractors Association team, one of the many student competitions in the construction program. Once the meeting got started, the president at the time looked at me and asked if I was in mechanical. Not fully understanding what he meant, I responded with, I'm in construction? Which, while technically right, was insanely stupid because he was simply asking if I had taken a class yet. After that, it would have been easy to just have nothing to do with the MCAA team and just go on with my life however it would take me. But I decided to give it one more shot and attend that next meeting. And without that decision, I could not imagine where I would be today. With the MCAA team, I met some of my closest friends and got to live out some unbelievable experiences. We took trips to conventions all across the country, in Boston, Massachusetts, Seattle, Washington, and Austin, Texas. At these conventions, I was able to meet lifelong friends from other schools, network with hundreds of industry professionals who I can still reach out to today with any question I have, and got countless job offers. The most notable trip, however, was last year at the MCAA National Convention in Orlando, Florida, where we were chosen as one of the top 4 schools in their student competition. Because of this, we were not only able to attend the convention, but we were able to give a presentation in front of a panel of judges and hundreds of people all interested in the work we had done. We placed 3rd across all North America. Not perfection, but undeniably excellent. I often think back on that decision to just attend the next meeting and see where it goes. And I cannot imagine where I would be if I did not make that decision. As I stated earlier, the MCAA team led me to some of my closest friends, some of the best experiences at Ball State, and without it, I would not be standing in front of you today. Over our years at Ball State, we studied blueprints, not just for buildings, but for success. We learned that a solid structure requires preparation, flexibility, and problem solving. Whether it was late nights working on projects in the architecture studio, countless hours in the Hunt Center learning P6 for what felt like the 100th time, or figuring out how much brick was on Muncie Fire Station number 6. We embraced every challenge, knowing that each step brought us closer to perfection. But let's be real, the world beyond these doors won't always go according to plan. Schedules will slip, budgets will stretch, and designs will change. Yet, just as we have done time and time again, we will find a way forward, because that is what Cardinals do. We take uncertainty and turn it into opportunity to create something real and lasting. As we step into our industries, we carry with us not just our technical skills, but our leadership, our vision, and our ability to collaborate. The structures we design, build, and manage will shape skylines, communities, and lives. The choices we make today will define the future of our environment. So today, let's celebrate what we've built so far. Not just this degree and accomplishment, but the mindset of perseverance and excellence. Let's move forward with confidence, ready to tackle every project with precision, integrity, and a commitment to building something great. To the faculty, friends, and family who all helped us get here today, thank you. And to my fellow graduates, you are all excellent, but never stop chasing perfection. Congratulations to the great class of 2025. The world is waiting. Let's get to work. And now, would you welcome Jake Newland?
So it was tough to think of an opening line for today's speech. Almost every speech I've given for the past 5 years has had the same opener. It usually goes, hey, I'm Jake Newland, and this is what I spent all night working on. And professors, that was a joke. My classmates can tell you that I have never stayed up late for a project, and I've always had good time management. Anyways, I'm extremely honored to be standing in front of you all here today. I figure my classmates knew that I never shut up in studio, so they were kind enough to let me keep going here at graduation. I can't tell you all how proud of us I am for persevering through this degree. We spent the last 5 years of our lives dedicating ourselves endlessly to self-improvement, the pursuit of knowledge, and the building of lifelong relationships. It's hard to believe that those same 5 years ago, I had no clue what landscape architecture was. Now, it's taken me a while to figure it out, but I think now I can sum it up in just about 3 words: empathy, plants, and AutoCAD. Empathy is at the core of everything that we do as landscape architects. We must consider everything, from how people access our designs, how they interact within them, and the lasting effect that they will have on the health and safety of entire communities. I think this quote from our beloved Frederick Law Olmsted gets my point across better than I ever could. Parks are not just for the rich and privileged. They're for everyone. They're a great equalizer, a place where all people are free to enjoy the beauty of nature. And that brings me to plants. Plants are one of the many tools that we have as landscape architects that make a space worth being in. But in learning our plants, we've discovered the much more meaningful ability to work with the natural environment and all of its complexities. I hope that all of us along our journey remember that we are stewards of the environment. We have the great privilege of ensuring that our children and our children's children are able to experience all of the beauty that this world has to offer. And lastly, my sweet baby AutoCAD. We've all spent countless hours drafting in AutoCAD, and personally, I think it's given me Stockholm Syndrome. But in all those hours dedicated to arcs and polylines, I've come to realize that AutoCAD might not be forever. We've chosen a career that allows, if not demands us, to stay on the cutting edge. I look forward to this not as a burden or a threat to our career, but as an opportunity to stay flexible and never stop learning. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of our entire studio to the incredible faculty of the Landscape Architecture Department. Each of you have become more than professors and administrators. You're mentors, friends, and even colleagues. Your expertise and passion have empowered us to grow into the well-rounded designers that we are today. And for that, I am forever grateful. Lastly, I want to thank my peers. Over the past 5 years, we've shared countless moments together, laughing, crying, arguing, and celebrating. These are experiences that have shaped us profoundly in this journey. I hope you know that the bonds that we have formed do not end today. We will cross paths again in the small world that is landscape architecture, and I look forward to that day. Thank you all, and congratulations on earning your degree. And now, would you welcome Hannah Sherinian.
Hello, my name is Hannah Sherinian, and I have the privilege of going over the Urban Planning Class of 2025 reflection. Firstly, I want to say we did it! Woo! Well, we're not done yet. I still have to reflect, and then we can walk, and then we can say we did it. Firstly, I want to address the question on everyone's mind, what is urban planning? Unfortunately, I think my classmates and I have been doing that for the last 4 years. And today, I think we deserve a break. But don't worry, I'm going to personally give everyone my classmate Matt's contact info, and then he will be answering all of your questions. My hat's falling off, sorry. When I look back at the last 4 years, I think of all the people I've met. I think of the staff who supported our development, the peers who made my college experience so memorable. I think of the community that we made. Community is hard. Finding people you want to be around and trust, that's even harder. The universe gave me an easy in by being part of a small class in a close-knit department. When you only have 5 people in your class for 4 years, you have to get to know each other. And we did. We became close fast. The first 30 minutes of our studio was almost always us catching up on anything that had happened in the last 10 hours since we saw each other. Another charm of being a part of a small department is the mixing of undergrad and graduate students. From being TAs and going on field trips together, I really got to know the graduate students. Just recently, we all went to Denver for the National Planning Conference. And while we did go and enjoy the conference, we also explored the city. We trudged up Red Rocks, and at the peak of our climb, we found a family of deer having their sunset dinner. It was beautiful, and we were all quiet in awe of the moment. That is not a memory that I will soon forget. Those walking today are not just my peers. I would consider them my friends, whom I've come to adore. We built a community of students, however small it may be, and I know that I am beyond excited to see how we take on the planning profession or utilize our degrees. And then I want to talk about the faculty. They genuinely cared about our well-being and success. I think specifically about Christine Ryan. She's the true planner of the department. She runs everything in administration and was a confidant for our whole class. We would sneak away during breaks to the planning office to either grab a snack or just to gab. So I want to say sincerely, thank you, Christine, for putting up with all of our shenanigans. During the last 4 years, I was able to turn to the people around me for support. I was able to turn to my friends, my family, faculty, and my cat Sugar. Now, my community looks different than everyone else's, but college is a place where it's easy to meet new people, try new things, and grow. It was made for you to connect with others. Now, the scary part is the next step, going out into the world with our degrees and hope. Well, hopefully we still have hope. But community doesn't stop here. Creating long-lasting connections does not stop here. I want to encourage the class of 2025 to be an active community member wherever you go. I believe that the universe puts people in your life for a reason. Take advantage of chance by talking to that stranger in line. I know it can be hard, and it takes courage to put yourself out there and connect with others, but I implore you to open the door for someone. Talk to your neighbors. Bring food to a sick friend and cat sit. Thank you, Grace, Danny, Des, and Lindsay for always watching Sugar. Do things for the people in your life. Be a part of an intramural sports league. Go to local events. Be a part of something that intrigues you. This is how you build community. We live in a society that tries to isolate us, tries to pit us against each other, and especially amidst our political climate, there is an attempt to make you feel like you have to go through everything alone. And you don't. You do not have to do this alone. Use the knowledge that you've gained here to connect with others. Every single one of you deserves support. You deserve to continue to find your people. So here's to the graduating class of 2025 and building our communities.
Thank you all. Several students today will be graduating from the Honors College with academic honors. The Honors College at Ball State University offers special opportunities for undergraduates who show promise of high academic achievement. All students graduating today from the Honors College are wearing the Honors College cords. Will those students please stand up to be recognized? You may be seated. Ball State University also recognizes students with outstanding achievement in writing through the awarding of academic honors in writing. The Academic Honors in Writing designation reaffirms the central place of written expression in the undergraduate university experience. Students who are selected for this honor receive the designation Academic Honors in Writing on their university transcripts. I'm pleased to announce that Ainsley Ludima has received this award. Would you please stand to be recognized? Congratulations, Ainsley. Thank you. Baccalaureate degree recipients with outstanding scholastic records are graduated with academic honors. Students with scholastic averages of at least 3.6 but less than 3.8 GPA are graduated cum laude. Recipients of this honor are wearing bronze medallions. Would those students please stand to be recognized? You may be seated. Students graduating with scholastic averages of at least 3.8 but less than 3.9 are graduated magna cum laude. Students who have earned this honor wear the silver medallion. Will you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Students graduating with scholastic averages of at least 3.9 are graduated summa cum laude, meaning with highest praise, or in conventional language, you are amazing. Typically, this award is given to the top 1% of the graduating class. The students who have earned this honor are wearing the gold medallion. Will you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. And now I'd like to invite our Associate Dean, Andrea Schwartz, to the podium to conduct this year's graduation roll call.
At the university commencement ceremony earlier this morning, President Mearns conferred upon all graduates their respective degrees, with all rights, honors, and privileges and obligations thereunto pertaining. Graduates will now cross the stage as their names are called. For all graduates, Dean Ferguson will present them with their diploma cases. Master level students will also be hooded by their respective department chair and President Mearns. Graduate students will now proceed to the podium for conferral of degrees. For the degree Master of Architecture, Abdallah Alkaleh. Andrew Feldkamp. Benjamin Kester. Peyton Hennesser. Abdallah Al-Sari. Patrick McManama. Davis Burchett. Emmanuel Ajay Ayim. Olamide Oguntalu. Juliet Olayali. Muhammad Amin Akrami. T. Kim Een Din. Ayabami Alori. Lainey Lanter. Maddie Walters. The following students have completed degrees of Master of Architecture and Master of Historic Preservation. Karsten Lingenfelter. Michaela Zakutansky. Adrian Baker. Announcing for the degree of Master of Arts in Interior Design, Jim Jones, who serves as the chairperson of the department, would you join us at the podium? Angelica Haas. Announcing for the degree of Master of Science in Interior Design, Shweta Chandra Shekhar. Telar Didar. Noor Abdullah Al-Majdoui. Announcing for the degree of Master of Landscape Architecture, Joe Blaylock, who serves as the chairperson of the department. Would you join us at the podium? Sai Siddhartha Vemuri. Sarah Gordon. Marius Igitangaza Naguba. Andrew Netter. Sharzad Bozyari. Announcing for the degree of Master of Urban and Regional Planning, John West, chairperson of the department. Would you join us at the podium? Aram Ahmed. Amy Siegel. Clarissa Karajan Maliki. Kayla Mahoney Potter. Lauren Shank. Now we will recognize students earning their bachelor degrees, beginning with our Bachelor of Architecture. Nathan Ritz. Rebecca Northey. Carly Miller. Joshua Hoff. Alec Meister. Olivia Lakin. Grace Murphy. Emiliana Castillo. Graham Lonecker. Laura Putman. Adebisi Igbasami. Kyler Williams. Max Hurley. Anne Marie DeKaiser. Cade Isles. Nick Lesko. Tyler Turner. Justin Cook. Alayla Fry. Riley Woodruff. Benjamin Rutledge. Anna Hayes. Jashawn Keys. Jacob Cronin. Nicholas Poschank. Tyler Myers. Michael Olerian. David Anderson Penn. Drake Milsna. Diego Diaz Lopez. Madeline Rubish. Taryn Wilson. Kaylee Pickering. Betty Zathang. Brenna Campbell. Matthew Coffey. Alyssa Britting. Zachary Schomber. Emily Dross. Mia Sherman. Jaime Gutierrez. Carter Diebold. Grace Waringa. Louisa Sertz. Claire Wright. Madeline Myers. Aaron Goldman. Samuel Darren Austin. Justin Heiser. Charlie Dice. Ethan Ayers. Jack Peterson. John Maja Kadunma. Miriam Ashamu. Ala Ahmed. Abdel Rahman Sadia. David Quenby. Nathan Owens. Hallie Rizzo. Emma Wynn. Kevin Shelley. Dylan McCullum. Noah Miller. Oh, my apologies, Nash Miller. Ethan Hoover. Kaylin Fernandez. Nicole Manning. Ainsley Ludema. Braden Knoll. Flying Thung. Samuel Kyle. Announcing for the degree of Bachelor of Science with a major in Architecture, Mang Lian. Lily Bushy. Announcing for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Design, Stephen Horston. Kai Catalyst. Announcing for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Construction Management, Denzel Spears. Ethan Summerall. Nicholas Taylor. Nyla Morris. William Johnson. Andrew Todd. Reese Manning. Quentin Syracuse. Noah Smalley. Hunter Salem. Cameron Pollen. Mia Bone. Margaret Duda. Skylar Molesky. Melissa Magallanes. Christopher Jarvis. Jackson Pashalich. Cody Howard. Cameron Cox. Joel Ratliff. Will Dobbs. Conley Woodward. Hayden Rose. Logan Manor. Blake Moulton. R.J. Smith. Chance Becks. Damon Chapman. Mason Mitchell. Miles Tudor. Kyron Perry. Joe Ruberts. Trent Haggard. Lucas Butler. Connor Walters. Braxton Foreman. Elise Hostetler. Victoria Carter. Austin Roller. Jacob Chambliss. Marco Antonio Lopez. Christina Hernandez Jimenez. Brianna Romero. Announcing for the degree of Bachelor of General Studies, Matthew Sato. Brittany Brightsky. Sarah Coates. Announcing for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Interior Design, Megan Connect. Olivia Kelly. Mallory Lemcooler. India Simpson. Holly Gillespie. Callie Clowers. Jenna Rittenhouse. Elizabeth Payne. Ivy Weiss. Julia Lashbrook. Danielle Stein. Sarah Schultz. Madison Golden. Janelle Rogers. And now we'd like to specially recognize a student who has earned 2 undergraduate degrees, a Bachelor of Science in Interior Design and a Bachelor of Psychological Science. Allison Pemberton. For the degree of Bachelor of Landscape Architecture, Brooke Fuller. Brea Badger. James Durango. Haley Olson. Meredith Mader. Jake Newland. Haven Gasper. Jillian Andriott. Leslie Cox. Gabriella Mason. Carissa Hall. Noah Kyneth. Ryan Rowe. Brooke George. Alyssa Hoppert. Ali Khan. Albert Navarro, Jr. Stephen Coates. Tyler Muse. Emily Pollock. Anaya Marshall. Tough act. Announcing for the degree of Bachelor of Urban Planning and Development, Kyla Ferguson. Jacqueline Servin. Matthew Supernaut. Hannah Sherinian. Zach Gullion. Congratulations to all the graduates.
Well, that was great. In conclusion, many of you who are graduating today ended your high school careers with no graduation ceremony due to COVID. You started your journey at Ball State with vast spaces between desks and often didn't recognize classmates behind their masks. Today, you sit shoulder to shoulder with all of that behind you. It's amazing how much things have changed in the short time you were here with us. As you leave here, your growth and change will continue. Treat these next years as the next part of your education. Few of you will stay in the workplace where you begin your career. As you change and explore, do it reflectively. Find out who you are and what you love as a professional and as a community member. And think about this. Direction is more important than speed. And now you know how to leave things better than you found them. That's a tremendous power that we've gifted you with. And one more concept to consider that I have found to be true in my life: there is no limit to the amount of good you can do if you don't care who gets the credit. We've aspired to set you up for a fulfilling career and meaningful lives. Think big, and one day you'll join that group of names I listed earlier who are changing their workplace, their communities, and oftentimes the world. You're now on the other side. You are alumni, whom we deeply value. And you have a standing invitation to come back and help the next generations. I welcome you as alumni of one of the finest schools of the built environment in the nation. As you bid farewell to what was, welcome what will be. Graduates, there are many individuals who have helped you get to this day. Would you please rise and thank your parents, family members, faculty, and friends? Yep. Test. We're creative problem solving here. Today's music is provided by the Ball State University School of Music. I'd like to thank the brass quintet consisting of Trent Brumbach, Jason Frosch, Brianna Komarak, Abigail Supplinger, and Ben Robliski. A big thank you for enhancing our ceremony with your music today. So, new alumni and friends and family, parents, at the conclusion of this ceremony, we'd like to invite you and all guests to join us at the Architecture Building for light refreshments and photos with your friends, favorite faculty or staff, and families. I want to also recognize our wonderful staff at CAP, led by Lori Pence, but so many others who helped make this day possible for all of us. Thank you. I ask the audience to remain seated until the platform party, the faculty, and the graduates have recessed. And once again, congratulations and thank you for coming today. This concludes our ceremony.
All right.